Hey Gemini, welcome to your February 2025 monthly reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. I hope you're doing well. You did pull this Chiron card. It says heal here, so there could definitely be an emphasis on healing here. Some of you could be healers or maybe wanting to be a healer, but Chiron is the key to our potential. And so you could be struggling with things at this time, certain challenges, certain struggles that you're trying to overcome. I really see you here, Gemini, really wanting to start flipping your weaknesses into strengths here. I think at the same time as well, you're discovering deeper strengths as well. You pulled this, you deserve good things. Keep your focus on what you want here. Yeah, and with this Chiron card, you could be struggling, maybe feeling inadequate, feeling like you're not good enough or you're not enough, but I don't think that's true here. And in fact, I do pick up intuitively here, like you're in the process of really flipping your weaknesses into strengths here. You're getting better at something here. You pulled this air, that's crazy. You pulled this air card, and this air card has came out for Aries and Taurus. So if you have Aries and Taurus in your chart, I watch the Aries and Taurus reading too. But it doesn't surprise me that this air card is coming out, because I said it in Aries and Taurus reading that right now in the astrology, we have a lot of air. Right? We have a lot of air in the astrology. We have the sun that's in Aquarius, Pluto that's in Aquarius, Mercury that's in Aquarius. When I'm doing this reading today, the moon's in Aquarius. This new moon is today. And so we have a new moon in Aquarius. And air is about, it does deal with intellect. It deals with things that are inspiring. You are an air sign, so I get you really thriving with this energy. That's why I get you here really being able to flip your weaknesses into strengths here. Because I think you've had enough from what I'm seeing so far with the tarot. And I think you're ready here to really make a stand, or to really go for what it is that you want after maybe feeling set back or overcoming a failure, or maybe it's just your own mindset and beliefs. But air, right? It deals with the intellect, invigoration, inspiration. Also deals with change. It deals with new energy that's pleasant, right? So you're coming into a more invigorating energy here, what I pick up. Let's see, let's keep it going now. Let's keep it going here, Gemini. Yeah. And you could be healing. Right, there's definitely this healing energy. You have the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords in your reading. But the Three of Swords is actually in the position of something you're unaware of. So it's not necessarily something I see you being conscious of, or becoming conscious of. Right, meaning the traditional meaning of the Three of Swords would be like heartbreak, disappointment, failure. So I don't get that that's a main theme here for you. It's just more something, it's something about failure, or something about setbacks, or something about heartbreak, or overcoming some form of a struggle here. I definitely get that that is the case here for you. You have the strength card in the challenge, and the strength card is about needing that strength. Right? Strength card is also courage too, right? So if you failed, or if you've been set back, so you have to find that inner strength, that inner determination again to, get back up on the horse here. Let's see here. Let's jump into your reading. I do like this read. I like where things are going here. One thing I see very big in your reading is that you're being able to dissolve things and let things go. You have the High Priestess here in the future position, and then you have the Eight of Cups here in the outcome. And these two cards are very much connected. And one thing about the Eight of Cups is, well, he's walking away from things that don't serve him anymore. Right, and so that can be symbolic. That can be things physically in your world, right? That can be relationship, people, places, things, or it could be even like emotional and spiritually draining things, or even past experiences. So I do see you being able to drain those things that have been kind of clogging things up, that hasn't been able to really allow you to really, do what it is that you want to do. But this High Priestess, one thing I see here is you definitely have very strong intuitive faculties. You could be very clairvoyant, very psychic. So the High Priestess actually deals with timelines. It's being able to understand the past, being able to understand the present and being able to see all the future timelines here. And so something here is like there's a lot of weight here that you're releasing, letting go of, that's allowing for you to finally be fully receptive and open and to be able to see all the different timelines, all these new things here. And I think that's going to allow you here, that's going to give you direction, that's going to give you a somewhere to start moving toward here with this Eight of Cups. Because ultimately what I see here, the Six of Wands in the position of your hopes and your fears, like you're wanting success. You're wanting success here. Six of Wands is you're wanting to feel more confident, wanting to feel more in your authority, wanting to, gain reward, status, success on your journey, on your own individual journey. You do have the Five of Swords here for the overall energy for you for the month. And I don't get that this is a bad thing with this Five of Swords. Five of Swords, I say, is actually my ambition card. And it's interesting for you, Gemini. One thing that's very important for you that's happening this month is, well, not your ruling planet, Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter will come direct, and it's in your sign. So Jupiter is a planet that deals with positivity, increase, abundance, luck, growth, expansion. So I get a lot of things expanding here in your world, but this Five of Swords is victory at all costs, wanting to win at all costs. You have something to prove here. I think this is your comeback story here, Gemini, because really with this Four of Swords being in the position of the good stuff, the Three of Swords is the card before it, and it's in the position of something you're unaware of. So you're actually, I feel like you're coming back even stronger. The Three of Swords, like I said, it's a setback, disappointment, failure, heartbreak. But the Four Swords in the position of the good stuff would be you recovering here, and also, your prayers here being answered. And it's interesting. It's almost, if you've ever seen Merlin, I wonder if you can look this clip up on YouTube. If you've ever seen Merlin, and King Arthur loses his confidence, he loses his belief in himself. He doesn't feel like he has it in him anymore to be king. And so Merlin, the famous story of King Arthur being able to pull the sword out of the rock, Merlin helps him regain his confidence, regain his belief by helping him pull the sword out of the rock, and then everybody, it boosts his morale. And so there almost kind of is this magical defining moment here for you that's happening in February, but you'll only really be able to have that experience if you choose to step back into your courage here. You may just be like, you may be telling me, Austin, you're full of shit, but you don't understand. This North Node being in Pisces, like Pisces does deal with miracles. It's things that you're not aware of right now that could happen. Right? That's why Pisces also deals with our spirituality, it deals with God, the divine. And so, and like I said, miracles. And so it's when we get out of our own way, right? When we stop criticizing ourselves so much, South Node Virgo, when we stop getting so caught up in, our own kind of woe is me, that good things can really happen. You have the Justice card as your advice. And it's interesting that this Justice card came out, because I always say the Justice card is the cosmic scale of balance. It's it's law of attraction. It's how your thoughts, feelings, actions, deeds, beliefs are really shaping your reality. And so the pendulum has probably swung one way to where you're like, man, how the hell am I going to come back from this? Or man, how am I going to kind of reclaim my throne? Or how am I going to, really move things in the desired direction? And it really does start with your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and your actions and your deeds here that swing it back the other way. Because what you put in is exactly what you get out. And that's exactly what the scales represent. But the sword, literally the sword, is symbolic of discernment, like being aware, being just of what your thoughts are, your beliefs are, and your deeds and all that other stuff that's shaping your reality. Because right now in your current energy, definitely it's a lot, right? Ten of Wands, burden of responsibility, things feeling heavy, life feels like a burden. Don't know if you have the strength to continue on. Let's clarify your read, Gemini. You know, one thing that I see in February happening for you, the sun will come into Pisces at the end of the month as well, and the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups, both Piscean energy. And one thing I see happening for you is actually you, I'm going to say this, if you've been struggling, maybe you're not that spiritual, right? Or I don't know, maybe you're cursing God, or maybe you're mad at God or something like that, or the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. But I see that actually flipping to where you're actually, it's like you're fully investing into God. You're fully investing into your spirituality. You're fully investing into the more metaphysical, spiritual things here. And I think that's what's actually helping you here gain perspective or enlightenment to allow you to see things differently. Clarify the Four of Swords. You have the Three of Wands here. This is in the position of the good stuff here. So Three of Wands is when your ships come in, but it's more so the right time, like the timing of something. Like good timing is what it feels. Where is Chiron here for you? The 11th house? Yeah, I don't know. All right, clarify the Five of Swords for the overall energy. You pulled the Eight of Cups here. I definitely see you walking away from things that no longer serve your highest good anymore, or that won't serve your mission and your journey moving forward, like your purpose here. And I think too, you know, the Eight of Cups, Five of Swords is when we actually get started on our journey. Like when we actually get started on cutting things out, right? And that could be our own procrastination, our own limiting mindsets. Clarify the Six of Wands here. You pull the Six of Swords. Well, Six of Swords is about moving into calmer waters, right? Being able to new directions, right? So you're finding new directions here. I think that's what you're hoping for, is being able to move in a new direction, right? That one that will be more expansive, will get you more success, Six of Wands, or at least bring back your confidence. Clarify the Ten of Wands in your current energy. There it is, the Justice card here again. And it's interesting because I do get you here understanding, you know, how you could do things differently with this Justice, Ten of Wands. I do see you having very strong discernment, being like, okay, I need to cut this out. This isn't morally right. You know, I need to live by these virtues. I need to live by these principles, because this is what's going to help me here accomplish the things here that, the things that are your goals here. Clarify the Strength card in your challenge. You pulled the Eight of Pentacles here. I actually think, you know, because this is going to be very important. This is what I do. I go deep in my reads, okay? And I also go even more deeper in my personal reads. So if you want to book a personal reading with me, be sure to do so. I definitely can help you. I think we have actually Mars getting ready to square Chiron. So that makes a lot of sense. That's the Chiron coming through. And it's in Cancer. Mars is in Cancer. Square Chiron in Aries. So this is inner strength and self-determination, anger and frustration. Right? We're tired of feeling like we're not enough, or it could be feeling an energy of feeling defeated, or not having the energy that's necessary to be able to persevere. And I would just be aware, you know, Chiron does deal with the victim, and it does deal with victim consciousness. So be aware to not slip into the victim consciousness, but also don't let anybody project onto you their own victim mentality. But I think here your challenge, Strength card, Eight of Pentacles, like you need the strength and the perseverance I see here. That's what you're really needing. Like you're needing to figure out how you can be the most productive, because you could be exhausted at this time. And I would say Mars square Chiron, that's happening, you know, on the 1st, at the beginning of this month. It can feel exhausting. It can feel very emotionally tiring and draining and upsetting. Yeah, you know, oh my God, there's so much information. You have the Two of Wands here in the future position. Yeah, and Two of Wands, he's getting ready to take bold, empowered action here after he's gotten some type of deeper sense of enlightenment here about himself and how he can go about things. And I see that's exactly what is transpiring for you with the High Priestess. So the intuitive wisdom is really flowing and you're connecting to that intuitive wisdom. You know, sometimes in life when it's like we can read all the books, we can study all these things, but for some reason, it's almost as if it's not leading us to anything, or it's not inspiring us, or it doesn't connect to us on a meaningful level. And so we don't feel moved to do anything. And then we just feel lost, like, oh, it's not making any sense. I don't get it. Like, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of that? But I see you getting the deeper insight here with this High Priestess. Clarify the Justice card as your advice. You pull the Tower here. And you know, the Tower sometimes says it's liberation. So this could be starting over, or this could be, Tower I always say is like your self-imposed prison, right? Breaking out of that. The Tower says, the Tower is the reset button in this arrow. So it's sometimes change is necessary and change is good. So Eight of Pentacles in the Strength card is wanting change, right? So you can make more progress in your life, or feel like you are making progress, but it actually takes change itself to do it. And I think that's where the courage comes in with the Strength card. But the Justice card says it'll be worth it. Clarify the Eight of Cups and the outcome. You have the Five of Wands here. Yeah, and some people may disagree with you, but the Eight of Cups says it's your own vision quest in life, right? And you have to follow your spiritual path. Five of Wands, people may disagree, but at the end of the day, you don't have to pay attention to them. Clarify the Three of Swords. You have the Empress here. This is in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. You know, the Empress is about creation, and it also is about self-esteem, self-worth, because it is connected to Venus. But you do have the Three of Swords here, which is Libra, and the ruling planet of Libra is Venus, but it's Saturn in Libra. So there's a lesson here about people, relationships, and how they're influencing your destiny. And I think this is where, with the Five of Swords, Four of Swords, where you start to understand, okay, I have to really take control of my destiny. I have to really do what's right for me. Two of Wands, the High Priestess in the future. And it's okay to ruffle some feathers, Justice card, the Tower as the advice, so I can break free from this self-imposed prison, or from this from a reality in which is not authentic. Because the Justice card, the Tower, is going to happen regardless. But it's really about, like, you have control of the Justice card. Like, you have control over it, though. It's kind of like when you're rafting, or I don't know, you're kayaking or whatever, and you see there's a rock up ahead, and the waters are taking you there. So fate and destiny is taking you there. And you kind of see up ahead, like, damn, if I don't change this and if I don't do that, I'm going to fucking hit that rock. And that's where the Justice card comes in. You have free will and choice here. So be discerning of how you navigate the waters, because so that way you can avoid the Tower. And so it's the having to rely on your own intuition and your intuitive wisdom here. But I think ultimately where it's taking you is closer to your wish fulfillment. But first, it's like you're really having to kind of get real here. So this is almost like a wake-up call in a way. So that's what I got for you. Don't self-sabotage either. Your advice, don't self-sabotage. Don't get frustrated and self-sabotage. That could be Mars square Chiron on the 1st of February, right, in the 2nd, 3rd. And it'll happen again, right, because Mars is retrograde. So Chiron squares can be self-sabotage, right? Because Chiron being in Aries, it's the Aries deals with the ego, right? Your sense of self and identity, and fucking Chiron being there, you could be feeling, you know, it's a trigger. And so you could definitely, people react very negatively with that, right? Because like, it's a blow to the ego. And so if you don't have humility, or if you can't be humble, right, and that can be difficult. And I think you're going to see that a lot in the collective, right? I'm just going to make a prediction. I think with all this Aquarius energy, we have Mars about to square Chiron. This is going to be people, because Aquarius rules people in the collective, but Aquarius rules humility and service. And so when you have this square going on, Mars, Chiron, people's fucking egos and wounds and projections and frustrations and anger and aggression, right, having to all be managed and understood. And I think, you know, I want to get caught up in that. Aquarius, right? Like, yes, you want to be aware of how it affects everything, but not also to the point to where, you know, it totally takes away from yourself as well. Right, but it's like having to find that middle ground, especially when there's disagreements or odds. And healing, right, having to heal. And that Mars in Cancer is about, you know, having empathy and compassion, Cancer, and nurturing. But that square to Chiron in Aries is, nah, fuck that, I don't want that shit. I don't want to feel weak, I don't want to feel vulnerable. But I think it's vulnerability that really moves the needle. So there is strength and vulnerability, right? And that's that strength card being in the challenge, is when you don't want to be vulnerable. But I think by being vulnerable to, I know I'm just ranting now, the video's over, but I'm just talking, but I think by being vulnerable and open and accepting of maybe where your shortcomings are, or where you could possibly do things better, and not letting like the ego get in the way, that's where a lot of healing can take place. But if we have too much pride, the strength card in the challenge, Leo energy, right? Leo's pride, strength card. I'm a Leo, I know what it's like. Right? If we have too much pride, then, you know, we can self-sabotage or make things even worse. So I don't know why I feel like that needed to come through channel, but that is another message here for you. It'll probably make more sense down the line. I appreciate you, Gemini. I'm wishing you the best. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, be sure to do so. That link is down below in the description. Any question you have, anything you want me to answer, any guidance, any insights, I'm here for you. Again, that link's down below in the description. Otherwise than that, if you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you later.